love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support y'all been constantly giving me. It is truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life and hitting you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are uplifting and give you good vibes, that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through some trying times and needs spiritual guidance, or confirmation, validation towards life path, or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share on edit, give a girl a thumbs up, like, and also share the social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's always appreciated, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101 Heyokas, staying focused on what's relevant while being selective on what you choose to entertain, and welcome what you make wherever you are in your sacred place, being sacred about that and being selective about what you bring into that. I don't know why I got stuck on that, but anyways, yeah, it's been crazy today, y'all. I'm just now starting my videos. It's just been a long day, and it just got crazy. But there's so many different things that are going on in our lives where you're seeing different situations from, the choices we make within our lives on what we should do, what we should not do, what we stay focused on in our, in our past times, or even, whenever, it's just like certain things will come up where it's telling you, hey, this is the situations that need, your attention on different things in your life. And basically, whatever we're dealing with, if it's current or there's different situation that may, come resurface in our past that you may have been suppressing, because it's like we're going through a massive, it's like a massive cleansing. We're like detoxing in so many different ways. And the more we tend to detox and cleanse and cut cords and stuff like that, more things keep coming up, and it's making room for what is truly important, what's truly relevant in our lives. It's just like your sacred space, your essence, your aura, even your home, office space, or whatever, even your car. You have to be able to make sure that you're being very selective about what you allow to come into your life. It could be different situations that may come up that may still have that heavy pull on you, even if it's a situation with certain people that you may have been betrayed by, or a significant other may have cheated on you, or certain situations where you felt like you were blocked on certain things of, other people doing with their projections and stuff like that. And you're doing a very massive cleanse where it's like has your emotions all over the place. I know with a lot of people, especially when I was talking on chat the other day, there was a lot of people was talking about arousing my emotions. It's been really over the place. I feel down. I feel kind of depressed. And with the moon in between Venus and Mercury, it's just like right direct on us. So it's just like so many different things are like coming up into your life where, it's like going through a grieving period. And grieving period doesn't always have to be with someone transitioning over. It's like a grieving period of just placing that acceptance on different things that has taken place into your life that can no longer be changed or just out of your control. And there are so many different things that's coming off back to back to back to back to back. And it's just like, okay, I clear one thing and here comes another, or even about 4 or 5 other things that's coming up. And then it is just like, if you're, you're struggling in any kind of way, whether it's within a marriage, your job, financial situation, your home, with your children, your family members and stuff like that, you're just constantly being tested. And these are the things where they're whereas history is really repeating itself. So it's just like certain people you may have not even heard from for a while, all of a sudden they're starting to drop back into your life, whether it's through phone calls, text messages, emails, social platform, DMs, and stuff like that. And you're just looking like, who is this person, and then it's like, oh, okay, and then there's some people looking like, oh, hell no, I ain't about to bring these folks back in my life. Or even there are certain situations that you come up and it may bring up, trigger, a past situation that made you think about, um, what your choices were made when you probably even spoke of something in your life that's probably been prematurely. I say it a lot, especially with people, in the world, because there's so many different people that are facing a lot of things, and it takes a lot of strength for you to face the things that that has to have absolute change in your life, whether it's healing, getting to that acceptance of just letting things go that's from your past, your present, or what is taking place. Everything is happening for you in your highest, even when it feels like it's going against you, is going in your highest. And those are the things that is really having to, you just have to be able to, take that breath, those three breathers, even through meditation, and just allow yourself to, just it's like recalibrating, as well as just prioritizing your life. Like, what are the things in my life that I truly need to, do away with in my life? It could be the people, that the company you keep. A lot of times you're around people that give you a headache, or they drain your energy. We deal with a lot of energy vampires in our lives. We have people that don't have your best interest at heart, trying to be, spiritual oppressors at the same time. Those are the type of people, when they see you, you're trying to do good in your life, that you're trying to, manifest better into your life, they start doing and saying things to make you stay oppressed, making you be at that foundation, because there's some people that are in your lives, they just don't want to see you grow. And it's hard for us not to actually take that personal, even when it's directed towards us. But it really don't have anything to do with us. It's just certain things that they may, be struggling with within themselves, that they really feel like, they're just curving, those situations. So it's just like, it's much easier to keep somebody boxed in instead of me facing on those different things in our lives. But it's like, even when people are doing that, that's where your true strengths come in, when you're not allowing yourself to fall in that form that you have before. And those are the things they're telling you. Be selective about the people that you be around. A lot of times you can feel like you're in absolute solitude, or you're being isolated, and that's for your highest anyway. I used to be the type of person where I felt like the only way I can feel like I was validated is when I had a lot of people in my life. And now, only time I do, mass communication is just like on here, or when I have my live chats, or I have one or two friends that I talk to. Other than that, during a physical, if it's not like, my ex that lives with me, or my children, I don't interact with anybody, and I'm okay with that. Even though it took me a long time to say, I'm okay with those situations being isolated. But a lot of time that's for your highest good, because it's just like, you can get wrapped up in situations you really don't need to be in. And those are the things you tend to learn from your situations, because there's a lot of things that's going to be coming up into your life when you're doing these situations, not doing these situations, but doing that cleansing, when you're allowing yourself, meditate, you're going out in nature, being on your own, or just being around people that are in that like-minded vibration with you, that it doesn't rub against somebody. Like, you don't need to be around people. You have to be very selective to what you talk about. And then you're keeping things to yourself that really don't need to be said, which is always good too, because a lot of times people just want to, do that to anybody. But you have to understand, not everybody has that same heart as you and the same mindset. Just because you want to see other people win, there's too many people that's just sitting down and just got a whole notebook about what they're going to sit up here and do, and block you on your blessings. And those are the things, you have to be able to learn and live by, because a lot of times we really get hurt from the things that we've gone through in our lives, about, how people took advantage of your kindness and used it as weakness towards you. Or there's times that you've been very vulnerable and, spoke to a person, and they used your weaknesses to you, or went and start telling the things that you may have told them. And those are the things, yes, it can truly hurt. That's just anybody. We're spiritual beings having a human experience, but we carry human emotions. And it's just like, okay, you have to be very specific about the things that you talk about. You have to watch how the people that you be around are they telling you different things they may be going through, or they're to get more out of you, but they keep their business to themselves. Those are the ones you got to worry about too. So it's just like you're going through these situations, and you have to be able to put your own foot down, saying, you know what, I want the best that I want in my life. And for me to be able to have that, I have to look at my situations from my past, for me to even my situations in my present, what are those certain things in my life that I really have to do a whole 360 on? Because these are those times where you got to be selfish with yourself. At times with us being empaths like that, just saying no makes us cringe at times. And I'm like, no, no, I'm good. No, no. And I have to be okay with that. And it made me feel some type of way. I said, that's being mean. But sometimes you get solid on what you choose to not entertain, because I've seen so many people are trying to come back in my life that I really don't talk to anymore. And it's not even wishing anything bad on anybody. I'm just like, no, if there's a reason why universe and God took you out of my life, that was for a reason. I'm not going to question nothing like that. When I used to question stuff and go against what my intuitive and what my gut feeling was telling me, I end up paying for it later. Or even when certain things coming at you just to get a trigger out of you. A lot of times you have to just see a negative situation and being able to respond to it and a positive outcome. And those are the things you have to be able to do, because there are certain things God will send things straight towards your way just to see if you're learning from those situations. And especially if you're dealing with any kind of toxic attachments, these are those things that's showing you, without your permission, they can't bother you. And those are the things you're really having to work on, because it's just like you're getting constant tests, and that mess is coming like avalanche, like crazy. And those are the things you have to really, those are your practice moments to where you're being redirected on, and whatever you are working on, it's unfolding as you speak. Because a lot of times you can be in your situation, so I'm just so tired of this situation, I'm so tired of this chapter in my life. They keep telling me I'm in a new chapter, but I'm still in this situation. And it's just like sometimes you have to go through those recycled vibrations just to get that initial clear. It's just like if you clean your carpets and stuff like that. Sometimes you have to do another do-over to make sure all that dirt and all that grime and that nastiness, the odors, and all those different things are cleared for that to happen. So sometimes it may take you another chance for you to have to do, another do-over. And a lot of times, depending on what that situation is, it can be very heavy. And I can truly understand that, but these are the things you're on your right path where you are right now. Because a lot of times we feel like, oh, we've done this, we have done that, and we're still not, out of that situation yet. But it's just like a lot of times when we get so fascinated or fixated on the situations we're in, it can be very heavy, because it's like, Roslynn, speak for yourself. Trust me, I know, this is the universe talking through me. It's just like a lot of times these situations is making you a better person, because a lot of the situations you're in at that time, it could be a part of yourself that is still on that weak level. And I'm not talking about weak as, oh, you're weak, but it's at that level where, like, say, if you don't have self-respect, or you're looking for external validation, or you're wanting somebody to be in your life that really, God took them out for a reason. Because sometimes the people we hang around, it could be even the family members that we love, that we truly want. And it's just like, if it's meant to be, it'll come back on its own time. But you can't force anything to happen when you want it to. There's a reason why it's like that. And sometimes most of the times it's for your own protection of what you don't know what's going on around you, or what's been said, or what's been done, behind the scenes that you weren't aware of. And those times, yeah, it can be very lonely. But I say I'd rather be alone. Be alone and being lonely is two different things. But being alone in my situation where I don't have to question your intent about what you're doing back in my life. Or there'll be different times where some people have just just really tore your whole life apart. And then they'll be trying to come back just to say, oh, shoot, they're doing a little bit better. I didn't do enough damage, so let me come back in and do some more damage. If somebody left your life, allow them to stay left. Don't bring people back into your life, because it's just going to show you, even if you interact with certain people, sometimes you have to just say, you know what, I appreciate you getting in touch with me, but you're out of my life for a reason. And I'm not saying that to be hurtful, mean, or whatever, or being passive or aggressive or whatever. It's just the whole point. If you were meant to be in my life at that time, we would have never separated. But there's sometimes, you just branch off, and that person is doing their thing, and it's not doing, and you're doing your thing. But y'all stay in constant, in communication every once in a while. But if it's something where universe has gave you that sign, like, hey, break it off, leave it at that. Okay, don't ask no questions. They know more than what you do. Do what they say do. Don't bring that person back into your life, and those are the things you have to be very selective about, your sacred space. And it's just like you're clearing yourself, like from an old infection or old, if you had surgery or something like that, you can't be around, different things that are not sanitary, because it's like, if you're going through that healing vibe and you're very, whatever it is very sensitive. So you cannot bring back something in there that may cause a mess up with your surgery. So that's what it is. You have to be very selective about your sacred place. And that's exactly for what it is, sacred. Because there's a lot of people that'll just come into your life when they don't have nothing to lose and come in there and wipe everything out. And it'll be like you worked for nothing. So you have to be able to make sure you're solid on that. Be very selective about the people, as well as even your old energies, because a lot of times that'll come back too, just to see if you notice, because it's just like when I seen myself being around certain people, or I was carrying that vibration, it just brought me a hellstorm of mishaps in my life. A lot of things that's going on in my life is just clearing out, and it may feel like that, but if I look back at certain things in my life, it took place, it was all because of the company I kept, the energies I was holding on to, that it was showing so many clear signs that, hey, you need to clear this out, or hey, you need to detach yourself from this situation, or this certain, vibration, or where your focus is, and just where your thought process is. So it's just like, self-assess yourself, be very selective, even about where you think about, talking about just like the past. If you when you're allowing yourself to do that, and there'll be certain times where you'll feel it in your gut, like, hey, don't talk about that. Hey, don't go back there. You don't embody that again. You just worked so hard to get that out. Don't bring it back. If it happened, it happened. It didn't, it didn't. Everything that you lose is not always a loss. That's a gain for you. But I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I usually have my Heyoka chat at 6:30, which is almost close to now, but I'm gonna have to do it at 8 o'clock my time, because it's almost 6 o'clock here. But I was running late. There was too many things I had to do today, and it was just crazy. So, hopefully I'll be able to connect with you there if you stop in, because it's going to be all about the full moon and stuff that we may be dealing with, or you are dealing with, just to be able to, converse and stuff like that about the things you've been going through. And that's why a lot of us, been doing on the last few chats I've been doing. So I would love to give a post notification shout out to Aya Patsy QVS Q or QVSA. I apologize if I messed it up. Angela Campbell, welcome to the fam. Farrah Hazard, much love to you. Love Dolphins 1111, welcome to the fam as well. And Hillary Elizabeth and Carl Fouquet, thank you for stopping through and subscribing as always. Make sure you drop a line. Even if you've been watching me for a while and you want me to discuss something, even in a chat, or you want me to make a video about it, if it's something that that needs to be, well, even if it's not, if it's something that I know that was guided towards me to be able to speak on, I would definitely do that. As always, I leave my contact information in the description box below. It's all about spiritual networking, whether you have questions or you need some kind of guidance, or there are certain things that you have experienced that you may want my input on. Whatever we speak on is confidential, and I try my best to help you out the best way I can. Whatever you have been working on to manifest into your life, I hope it comes so much bigger and better than you ever imagined, comes sooner than you predicted it. And even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, words, vibes, frequencies. You just never know. All those things can really take somebody a long way. And I hope you enjoyed your Memorial Day weekend, whoever chooses to celebrate that. And I hope y'all have a blessed, safe, productive week. And much love. Peace.